Alright, so here is the next test of my touch table that I'm trying to create, and I hope I have enough battery left on my phone, so I'll try to do this quick. This demo is kind of like the previous ones. I have an infrared emitter down here, which is just an infrared LED, and I have a line of infrared receivers here, and something new is this shift register here, and all this is soldered down onto some stripboard now instead of a breadboard, so it's a little more permanent and I can handle it a little more rough. Hooked up to the Arduino. I guess to explain what's going on here and why I'm doing this test is this makes up a single module, which the design of how I am planning on doing an entire touch table is the frame will consist of a bunch of these modules, and it will be a lot smaller because I'm not going to be using this stripboard. I'm actually going to be using or trying to order some custom printed boards, and then I'll just solder the components into that, but they should be a little smaller so I won't have to do all this wiring and whatever. One of the things I've learned from doing this is soldering sucks. It's a pain in the butt to do. I don't know if that's just because I don't have training or don't really know what I'm doing and just kind of winging it, or if it's because of the tools I have, or most likely a combination of both. But anyways, I got it working. It's not a complete module, and I'll explain that in a second, but I'll just go ahead and show you the demo here. So if it focuses in on the serial monitor here, I can move my finger across and you can see that. And I can even set down another finger and move that one. Well, it's very hard to see because I've only got, well, 8 pieces of, I don't know, 8 bits of resolution, I guess is the best way to say it, because I only got 8 receivers here. But what I'm going to try to do next is duplicate this module. I got a couple more of these strip boards. I'm going to try to actually make 3 more modules, so I can have 1 more on this axis and then 2 going in this axis, and then add a couple emitters out here, and the idea being I now have a 2D surface. So that's what I'm going to be trying to do next, is make more of these. I was saying earlier that there's some stuff missing from this, from being an actual module, or the way I'm engineering a module, and what's missing is just the infrared emitter. And the reason I don't have that on here right now is, well, it's kind of pointless to put an emitter on here because I don't have any receivers over here, and I'm not going to for my testing purposes. So there's no reason to just take up space and solder them down here. I will be doing some tests on some breadboards to test out my flip-flops and line buffers and that sort of thing, but the emitters and the receivers are basically their own independent circuits, so they really don't depend on each other at all, so I can kind of test them separately, and I'm confident that I can just bring them together and it'll be fine. So that's that. I guess if you want to see some of the soldering down here.